Hey guys, what's up? Thanks so much for stopping by, or if this is your first time here, welcome. So glad to have you. In today's video, my name is Dana, also if you're new, and if you didn't see my channel name, it's Dana. Nice to meet ya. Okay, so in today's video, I thought I would do a foundation review. I haven't tried out a new foundation in a while. I've had this in my to test dry bin. What was that? Let's try that again. I've had this foundation sitting in my to test out bin for a while, so I thought why not go ahead and reach for it and test it out on camera with y'all. So the foundation that I'm trying out today is the JCat Beauty Skinsurance Max Coverage Silky Foundation. There are 16 shades in the line. I'm gonna tell you right now, the shade range sucks. There's 16 shades, but it kind of jumps from like milky pale to a rich caramely tone. So the foundation retails for $14.99. This is what the packaging looks like. It does come with a pump, which I very much appreciate. You get 1.01 fluid ounces, so a little extra something in there for you. So I thought I would quickly go through and go over some of the claims, and then we will jump right into the demo. I'm going to be wearing it for a while, so then I will come back in at the end of the day for a fairly long wear test. All right, so this foundation claims to be weightless with buildable coverage. The key ingredients are to help plump the skin while blurring out any imperfection. Spoiler alert, so far I have to say both of those things highly agree with. It's a long-lasting foundation that delivers a luminous, natural glow, leaving the skin feeling silky and smooth. So there are 4 key ingredients in here. First up is tea tree leaf extract. That says it's supposed to reduce scarring and help with inflamed skin. Panthenol, which is supposed to hydrate the skin and smooth and soften the skin. Hyaluronic acid, I've talked about this before. It seems like hyaluronic acid is like the it ingredient for all these skincare and cosmetics lines. And then finally we have hydrolyzed collagen. This is supposed to help with anti-aging and promote healthy skin. I'll go ahead and toss up a picture of the shade range here just so you can really see for yourself what it looks like. Now, I have tried out a few JCat Beauty products in my time. I do love their, I think it's the Vanity Goddess pressed pigment shadows. I also love their Aquasurance Powder. Now, there are several products within the JCat Beauty line that are listed under K-Beauty products. This is one of them, as well as the Aquasurance Powder, the concealer. I think there were some mascaras. So these products are made in Korea. Let's go ahead and get into the demo portion of this video, and then I will see you later for a check-in. First things first, let me go ahead and get my hair out of my face. I actually remembered a headband for once today. For primer, I'm gonna go in with another JCat Beauty product. This is their H2O Fresh Dewy Primer. It says it's hydrating and oil-free. This is another product from their K-Beauty line, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. Honestly, the texture reminds me a lot of aloe vera. Whenever you first squeeze it out, it kind of keeps its shape, but the second that it touches your skin, it just melts right in and feels like a very nice, hydrating, lightweight gel. We're just gonna rub this all over. I do kind of wish I had a blurring primer as well because my pores just look gross today. I tried out a new night cream. I need a little bit more the other night, and I instantly woke up feeling like every single one of my pores was clogged. Like when I looked at my skin, I couldn't see bumps, but whenever I just put my hands on my skin, it just felt real lumpy and bumpy and gross. So I'm definitely going to be doing some exfoliating tonight. So for foundations, I grabbed 2 different shades. I wasn't quite sure which one I would be. I am currently self-tanned. So I have 110 Soft Tan, and then the next shade up, 111 Cappuccino. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f., I think it's Complexion Sponge. I forget the exact name every time. So we'll just start off with 1 full pump. It dispenses about that much. It looks kind of light, so maybe we will mix it. Let me just go ahead and blend it. That might be okay, but I'm just curious, so I'm going to do Cappuccino next to that. They're pretty similar. Cappuccino has a little bit more of a golden tone to it, so Cappuccino may actually be better. I guess we'll just do a little bit of both. I don't really smell a scent or anything. It doesn't feel like most full coverage foundations do. I don't know about you, but for me, whenever I use full coverage foundations, most of them tend to feel a little bit drier and thicker. This is kind of similar to, not as moist, ew, as the primer, but it's one of the formulas where it keeps its shape, but the second that you do press it into the skin, it does kind of just melt down and feel really nice and thin. Wow, that is a lot of coverage though. And I think both of those together that was a good combo for me. I am seeing a little bit of that blurring effect that they were talking about. I just feel like my skin looks a lot smoother on this side. And as you saw, I didn't go in with any sort of blurring primer. We just had a hydrating primer. And the sponge seems like the way to go. Doesn't look streaky and it seems to melt right into the skin. Even after letting it sit on my forehead for a little bit before blending it in, it's still allowing me to go in and move the product around. So it's not something where you have to work in small sections. It's not gonna dry down right away. You have plenty of time to go in and blend the product out. From first glance, I'm really liking the formula. I don't know what it is. Anytime that I'm zoomed in, I feel like everything instantly turns very grayish blue cool tone. It's annoying. This looks a little bit more true to color. Okay, so this has sit for a little bit longer. Now let's just lightly press it in. Okay, that did add more coverage. It still didn't fully cover it, but I would still say that this is a high coverage foundation. If you have like just redness from acne and stuff, I do think it would cover that. But as you can see, like it's not a mask-like foundation like Lock It Tattoo where it's covering everything from freckles. It could possibly build up to that, but I don't know. It feels comfortable on my face right now. I don't want to go in with too much, but for research purposes, let's just do one more layer. I would stop here. Like this is perfect for me, but I just want to see if you are someone that's looking for even more coverage, since this does say max coverage. Let's just go in with a little bit more right here on my cheeks. So here we are with the third layer, and oh, see, this is to the point where it is too much coverage for me. I don't like full coverage, but yeah, you can see my freckles are definitely starting to hide now. It still doesn't feel thick or heavy on my face though. Like whenever I'm talking, I'm not getting that feeling that I mentioned earlier where you just can almost feel your makeup moving around. Ugh, just thinking about that makes me cringe. I don't really feel the need to go in with any concealer either. After doing that many layers, let me go ahead and bring you, back in. I just don't really think I need anything on my under eyes. All right, so it's been about 2 to 3 minutes, and honestly, it still kind of feels the same where there's just that little bit of tackiness to it. I feel like if I were to go in and just like blot my face on my shirt, it would transfer. I have a piece of white paper here, so let's just see like if I was like, oh, let me hug this. I mean, see, it's tacky enough to, yeah. So I'm personally gonna go in and set it. If you're someone who has really dry skin and you don't plan on hugging anyone or anything, then you could probably leave it as is. I'm just gonna go in with a loose setting powder. Today I'm just using the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. I would go in with my Aquasurance. This is hands down one of my favorite pressed powders, not only from the drugstore, but drugstore and high-end. Unfortunately, the shade that I have is too light. This one is in natural. If you are looking for a great, lightweight, lower end of full coverage powder foundation, this is such an awesome one. So I went ahead and applied the rest of my makeup. Just in case if you are curious, for my bronzer, I went in with the Becca bronzer in the shade Ipanema Sun. And then for my blush, I used this in a recent video. This is just one of the newer Jouer blush duos. It's in Passion, so I took a mixture of both, this kind of mauve tone and orange. And then for my highlighter, this was also in a recent video in my March favorites. I haven't been able to put this down. This is one of the Persona Cali Glow, right? Yeah, Cali Glow highlighters in the shade Del Mar. And then all over my eyes, I just have the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I haven't used this one in a while, so I was really excited to play with this today. All right, so I am gonna come back in and check in with you guys later just for my final thoughts, but for my initial thoughts of the foundation, right off the bat, I can tell you I would never go in with this many layers just because for me, this is a little bit too much coverage. But I'm still sticking to my original thoughts where while it is a lot of coverage, oh, great. Lipstick on my teeth, it doesn't feel like a high coverage foundation, which I think is super important, especially for people who are looking to wear a high coverage foundation just on a day-to-day basis, whether you have like acne scars or just a lot of redness or just you just like high coverage. Most of us, whether you like high coverage or really light coverage, you still don't want to feel like that cake face, heavy weighed down feeling on your face. This doesn't feel like that at all. So that's definitely super thumbs up on that aspect. One of the very first negative things that I can think about this foundation is the shade range, because the shades that I use today are kind of on the, I guess, lighter side of the deep range. I'm not that tan. So if you have really rich skin, the color range sucks. If you are looking for high coverage that's weightless on the skin, I do think it's worth a shot, just if you can find your shade. So it's been 5.5 hours. I can't wait the 6. I'm sorry, I have to peel these lashes off. I can't take it anymore. My lips are all gone. Well, they're not gone, but the lip color is gone. Honestly, I feel like the foundation looks exactly the same. It does look a little, let me go ahead and zoom you in, crusty, like right around the insides of my nose, but I also think that's because earlier I had mentioned that I tried out a new night cream and it just made my pores and everything feel gross. So I kind of think that the night cream has more to blame than the actual foundation. Obviously the foundation's gonna latch onto, you know, weird texture like that. I did go in with that setting powder. I do think that that definitely helped with the longevity of the foundation. But I'm curious to see how it would have worn if I would have just went in with my normal like 1 to 2 layers of foundation. This was 3 layers, a lot more makeup than what I typically wear when it comes to a foundation. But I can tell you, I will definitely be using these again. In fact, I think I may use it again tomorrow just with like 1 layer and then maybe just update y'all over on Instagram stories if you guys aren't following me there. I did today's eye look over there. I'm always sharing like what I'm wearing, random things, snacks, what we've been doing for fun. Overall, I think the actual formulation of the foundation is great. I do wish that the shade range was a little bit more extensive just so everybody could find their shade in there. Price range, I would say, is pretty fair, especially with how drugstore makeup is getting more and more expensive. You do get like the tiniest bit more than your normal foundation, but I like that it comes with a pump. I would say all the claims definitely stuck to. I mean, it's buildable. I would say it's pretty long wearing. It's really humid outside today. I think it's 90, but then the weather app said it feels like 100 out. It's like real moist and muggy outside. I think I said moist twice in this video today. What is happening? Let me know what you guys think of the overall finish of it. Do you plan on picking it up? Do you have any other foundations that you would recommend for me to try out? And yeah, I think that's about all that I have for today. As always, thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. Let me know what videos you guys would like to see for the rest of the week, and I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye.